Hello, I like to make today a Mickey Mouse cake. And what we need for this cake is we need one round 20 centimeter 8-inch baking tin, and we need shape of a Mickey Mouse head, which is, as you can see, this is quite good silicone shape with stands and everything, and very easy to use. But if you're not able to find it shape like that, do not get worried, because you can easily replace the head part, bake in a large Texas muffin pan, just one large one. This is actually not the Texas muffin pan, because other one is much larger and is fit right ahead of Mickey Mouse. And for the ease, simply use two mini muffins or mini cupcakes, basically, for the ease. So if you use for the head larger Texas muffin or cupcake, and two mini cupcakes for the ease, it will do great job as well. You just will simply assemble that on top of the round cake instead of having in one piece. So what we do is we bake our first cake, the round one, as a base, and I'm using a large vanilla cake mix. You can use any of your choice, whatever you prefer. And for the I saw what I want to say. If you have small glass bowl, very small, it can be used as well for the make a head of Mickey Mouse. Make sure that it's heat proof, and you just can bake it in a small glass bowl, and use mini muffins basically shape to make two ease, basically. So with the our Mickey Mouse head, I actually using butter cake. But if you do using silicone shapes, it's good idea to use type of more heavier structured cakes, like a pound cake, or butter cake does good job as well, because as you can see here, it's baked perfectly well. This what's come out from the I use first time from this silicone shape, and I use a simple butter cake mix. But as I said to you before, pound cakes do very good job as well, more dense type of sort of structured cakes. So as you can see, it's now cooled, and basically I slightly level to make sure it's sit nicely on top of our cake. And so what we do is, next we will work for start with our round cake. As you can see, with our round vanilla cake, it's mixed and baked and cooled, and now we'll level top with a serrated knife to make sure it's nice and flat. So next step is you can place on your serving plate or on top of a cake board, right on the middle, and apply frosting on top. Any frosting will do. I will use today chocolate frosting, but vanilla frosting or any buttercream, all will do good job. It's all up to you. So what we do is, next let's simply the frosting our bottom cake. So once you finish apply your frosting, what we do is, next we using red color fondant or ready to roll icing, whatever you're able to find it. If you don't have particular this color, simply use white fondant and tint it with a super red gel food coloring. it's very concentrated type of coloring, and basically you achieve very beautiful color. So what we do is take basically fondant from packaging, knead slightly on a working surface, sprinkle with a powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking. And once you roll out in a size bigger than your cake, what we do is we simply transfer it on top. And what we do, we start working, shaping our cake. As you can see, it's very easily shaped cake. If it starts sticking fondant to your hands, use dust your hands with powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking. Once you're done that, what we do is we trim away all extras of fondant. Always do further where it's better to make sure not making any mistakes. Bring up closer to cake. Probably take a little bit sharper knife and trim away all extras. Once you finish trim away all extras, as you can see, our base and the bottom cake is nicely done. So what we do is now we move it away temporarily until we fix up another our top cake. So with Mickey Mouse head, what we do is we're using two types of buttercream frosting or vanilla frosting. It's up to you. For this for the face, we're using buttercream frosting tinted with a creamy peach gel food coloring, and for the rest of head we're using a black frosting, which is vanilla frosting is tinted with black gel food coloring. So that's what you get. Place them in the piping bags, fit it with a small star type of nozzle. It's number 7 or whatever you able. It doesn't really need it much, 7 or 6 doesn't matter. It's just a small star really, and it's the same one who applies for the peach basically tinted buttercream. So what we do is here we start from outside and we simply pipe stars for start from outside, nicely packed. Make sure it's no gaps, right around. Once we're done that, what we do is we use our peach tinted buttercream, and we just going around our face. Reasons we do it to make sure we actually see border whereas we have to pipe our black frosting. It just makes it a little bit easier to see. So once we're done that, what we do is we simply fill up top of head with black frosting as well as a nose, and rest with fill up with a peach tinted frosting for the face. When you finish piping frosting, that's how our Mickey Mouse head look like now. And what we've done is, as you can see, we have a nose and a mouth with pipe black frosting as well. Now, to making eyes, what we need is we need white and black color frosting. So to make it eyes, take small bowl of black fondant, and what we do is we just roll it into prolonged shape. You can even check it out how far you actually want it to go. I check for the other eye because I already done it. So once it's done into this like a basically oversized sprinkle sort of, we just shape it into more flatter, just to make it flat. So that's how our eye look like. To check it out, make sure they look same. Next step is to use a slightly smaller bowl of a white fondant. Do exactly something, just to roll it into a large oversized sprinkle type of, or just a tube, flatten. If you find that your pieces of fondant, if maybe your fondant a little bit dry, basically does not stick together well, use a little bit of water or sugar syrup, or specially design edible adhesive, like edible glue sort of, to apply on. So what we do is we apply the next piece on top of white, goes on top of black, and the last one is a very small ball of a black fondant. This goes for the pupil. We just simply flatten and place it. I probably will use a little bit of sugar glue to just make sure it sticks well, and we place for the pupil. Now, before you put it on a cake, just check it, make sure they look same to you. And here we are. So what we do is we just place it for the eyes. Just tiny bit of frosting up there. Now for the mouth, easily can be used the pink or red writing icing, feed it with a small nozzle, or simply leftover of a red fondant. What we do is we just make it, just check, make sure it actually fits well. Take a toothpick and just make it look like it's a kind of mouth. Sorry, look like it's tongue. So we place it right here. Here we go. Our Mickey Mouse head is ready. So what we do is we next move to next assemble a cake completely. So what we do is next, good idea to cut it out a starburst basically, or if you like it, you can even print it out from the internet to size to fit your cake, about 20 centimeters or 8-inch. I simply just cut out myself, and as you can see, done it from A4 paper, and we're using a yellow color fondant. Roll out just like always we do with a fondant, and place it on top, and make sure you have sprinkle powdered icing sugar on your working surface to make sure it's easier to cut out. Use nice sharp knife and simply go around the entire star. So once we're done that, what we do is next we decorated this star. That's how it's look like now. So what we do, we carefully make sure it does not stick. As you can see, it's moving. So what we do is next, from leftover of the yellow fondant, good idea to cut out plenty of various stars, different shape. Would that be large like this, or smaller ones, or even literally a tiny type of stars? Please use the or special fondant cutter tools like that to making stars in different sizes, or simply use cookie cutters in the shape of star, also different sizes, whatever you're able to find it. Once you cut them out, as many as you like, place on non-stick baking paper to a little bit set, harden and dry. So with our star, what we do is we do basically a very simple way, which is we're using a little bit of a white or yellow glitter gel, or a little bit even water, doesn't really matter, whatever you have basically particular right now. And what we do, we apply tiny amount of this gel on the end of stars, ends, just like this, just on the end. And what we do after, we will sprinkle it golden color, dark gold edible sparkle dust. As you can see, it has a beautiful color to it and beautiful sparkle, and which is best part of it, we can eat it. It easily can buy this type of sprinkle from supermarket or the any cake shops as well. So what we do is we just sprinkle this on the end of our star to make a little bit add of a beautiful shine. Once it's all done, what we have to do is we have to transfer this star onto our cake. Now, because it's our cake probably already set, so what we do, use small amount of water and just a little bit place on top of cake to make sure our star is set nicely, and carefully transfer on top. Just like this. And just make sure it's nice and straight before it's set. Once you place a starburst on top of cake, what we do is next we attach all our stars, different shapes, which is we cut out from yellow fondant. And what we do is use sugar syrup or edible adhesive, and simply with a small brush attach as many stars as you like, just like this. You can place them as cover entire sides or just a little bit. It's all up to you how you like to place it. It's very easy to do, just like this. So what we do is next, once it's done, good idea, if you like it, to just have a little bit border of a cake nicely finished. Use a black type of ribbon and tied up on bottom of our cake. So to transfer Mickey Mouse head, we need to use fish slice type of kind of knife, or simply I was using my butter knife and I just scoop it and place it like this. If you would make using the Texas muffin using to making Mickey Mouse head from Texas muffin baking pan, what you do is transfer one at a time, place head and then attach ears, which is you will make from mini muffin baking pan. So once it's all done, as you can see, it's not too bad, and I hope you like this simple creation of a Mickey Mouse cake. It looks okay, and everything will be in the description box. Thank you very much for your time with me today. Also, for the mouse parts up here, if you like, you can use leftover of black fondant, or simply use a black writing icing fitted with a number 2 tip. Thank you very much for your time today. Until next time, goodbye.